Hi, my name is Luciano Thomas Astorga IV. I know, right? As a little kid, it was quite the mouthful. In fact, as a little kid, I hated my name. I thought it was odd and weird, and I would just get made fun of for it. But as I grew older, especially after high school, I learned that I am a little odd and a little weird, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, I learned that my name does fit me. So, a little bit about myself. I'm going to NWAC, pursuing an Associates of Science, with which I plan on transferring to WSU next year and getting a degree in molecular biology, followed by a stint in pharmacy school. I know, my dreams are almost as long as my name. Also, I work as a infusion pharmacy tech at United Medical, which means I make IV bags, antibiotics, chemotherapy, things like that. Mostly for people who are really too sick to leave the hospital, but are too tired of being in the hospital to stay. And so I facilitate that and let them go home with their medicine. So the three types of advertising that I picked for my speech were book blurbs, which if you don't know what those are, we'll get back to that in a second, visit my state commercials, and smartphone commercials. So the first one, book blurbs, which are those 1 to 2 line reviews in the front or back of books that say something like, this book was too good to put down, or the suspense was killing me. Or in the case of most of the books that I have back here, something like, this book is the high watermark of epic fantasy. In fact, I think I've seen that in more than one book cover. So I picked book blurbs because I tend to be pretty concise. I can get my point across in a few words or less. And also, I tend to be overly optimistic, just like book blurbs. Which leaves me open to get smacked in the face sometimes by reality. But even in that case, I'm optimistic about it, and it's a pretty happy existence. So the second one, visit my state commercials, I feel emulate my life because of their desire to seek out adventure. I said I want to be a pharmacist, but I didn't say why I wanted to be a pharmacist. Why I want to be a pharmacist is because I plan on going with organizations such as Mercy Ship and Doctors Without Borders into other countries and seeking out people who need medical attention that can't get it on their own. I am a sucker for adventure, which kind of leads back to the epic fantasy books. So another reason that I picked Choose My State commercials is because I am a big fan of nature. I love hiking, camping, mountain biking, anything to do with outdoors. In fact, if you can combine adventure and outdoors with something like base jumping, I'm all in. So the third thing that I picked for my speech was smartphone commercials. I love smartphone commercials. I think that the way that they blend humanity and technology is amazing. And I love the way that they show that anything is possible through innovation. I feel that way too. In fact, when I'm not doing homework or going to my two jobs, I can normally be found reading a magazine such as Popular Science or Scientific American. Pretty much any magazine that has science or technology in the title. Which, doing homework, reading magazines, brings me to another point that I feel like smartphone commercials emulate in my life. My busy schedule. I currently work 40 hours at one job, 15 hours at another internship, and then I'm taking 22 hours this semester. So just like smartphone commercials, sometimes I can get lost in all the details. Well, that was my speech, and I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and I thank you for your time.